If you've tried building or upgrading a PC in the US recently, you've probably felt it immediately, a growing sting at checkout. Graphics cards that were affordable just months ago are suddenly creeping up in price. SSDs that had been dropping for years are now climbing back up. Even power supplies, cooling systems, and motherboards are noticeably more expensive. And for millions of PC users, it's starting to feel like déjà vu, a reminder of the hardware shortages of the early 2020s, but driven by something very different this time. Across the US tech market, PC component prices are rising again. Not because of demand spikes, not because of crypto booms, and not because of supply chain shutdowns. Instead, a quieter set of forces is pushing hardware inflation back into the spotlight, and most consumers have no idea it's happening. So what's behind this sudden surge in PC component prices? The first major driver is the changing cost structure of manufacturing. For years, PC parts became cheaper thanks to smoother global supply chains and more advanced chip-making technology. But the trend has reversed. Everything from raw materials to labor to energy has become more expensive. Factories in Asia, where most PC components are built, are paying more for electricity, shipping, and worker wages. Even producing a simple aluminum case or cooling fan now costs significantly more. Manufacturers used to absorb small increases, but not anymore. With margins tightening, many companies are raising prices across entire product lines, and the effect is showing up in US retail stores. The second force pushing prices up is the shift toward advanced components. Over the last 2 years, GPU makers, CPU brands, SSD companies, and even motherboard manufacturers have been racing to upgrade their products. Higher performance is great for consumers, but it comes at a cost. Newer chips require more complex processes. SSDs use denser, more delicate flash memory. Graphics cards need larger coolers, more expensive VRAM, and more power circuitry. In other words, hardware improvements aren't cheap to build anymore. Even when the performance gains are modest, the manufacturing cost is higher than the previous generation. That's why some new components launch at higher prices than older models ever reached, and why older components don't always get the dramatic discounts people expect. The third factor is global demand from industries outside gaming and personal computing. Artificial intelligence, data centers, automotive tech, and even smart appliances are all competing for memory chips, power components, and advanced processors. AI servers alone have driven demand for high-bandwidth memory to record levels. When companies buying by the millions start competing for the same parts used in consumer hardware, prices rise. This isn't a temporary spike. It's a structural change in who gets priority in the chip supply chain. And right now, enterprise customers come first, pushing consumer PC components into tighter supply and higher prices. The fourth major force behind rising prices is shipping costs. While supply chains have stabilized since the pandemic, global trade routes are still experiencing disruptions. Conflicts, energy cost fluctuations, and port delays all add unexpected expenses. Shipping containers have become more expensive to secure. Transit times vary more than before, and those extra costs eventually get passed down to PC builders and everyday shoppers. Some companies tried to quietly raise prices in 2024 and 2025 to cover shipping volatility. But as those challenges persist, the surcharges are becoming permanent. Another reason for the rising cost of PC parts is the ongoing consolidation within the tech industry. Fewer companies now control larger portions of the GPU, CPU, RAM, and storage markets. With fewer competitors, there's less pressure to keep prices low. Manufacturers have more room to maintain higher price points, especially when upgrades are incremental and product cycles are longer. This consolidation also affects retailers. When fewer manufacturers control supply, distributors have less negotiating power. That means fewer big sales, fewer clearance deals, and fewer price drops, especially on new hardware. The sixth factor is the changing buying habits of American consumers. In recent years, more people have shifted to laptops, tablets, and all-in-one systems. Desktop PC builds aren't as dominant as they were a decade ago. That smaller demand pool means higher per-unit production costs for PC components. When companies produce fewer units, each one becomes more expensive to manufacture. This trend doesn't mean desktops are dying, but it does change the economics of making PC parts. Another element driving costs higher is tightening environmental and energy regulations. Factories that produce PC components must meet stricter emissions standards. Packaging rules are changing. Battery-related components require more documentation and safer transport. Even recycling standards for metals like copper, aluminum, and rare minerals have been updated. All of this adds cost, and the price increases don't stop at the factory door. By the time a graphics card or SSD reaches a US shelf, the price is already inflated by multiple layers of new compliance requirements. The eighth driver of hardware inflation is something more subtle: the return of product segmentation. Instead of producing one or two versions of a part, companies now build multiple tiers: Lite, Pro, Max, OC, and many others. While this gives consumers more choice, it also raises the average selling price. Higher-end models earn bigger margins, and manufacturers gradually nudge customers toward those options. This trend is especially visible in GPUs and motherboards, where the mid-range category has been drifting upward in price. What used to cost $250 now costs $350. What used to be $500 is now $700. No one notices the shift right away, but year after year, it adds up. All of these factors raise a bigger question: will PC component prices eventually come back down? The answer isn't simple. Some categories, like SSDs and RAM, may see temporary dips when supply exceeds demand. But for most major components, GPUs, CPUs, motherboards, power supplies, manufacturers and retailers are signaling that higher prices may be the new normal. The PC market isn't collapsing. People are still building computers. Gamers, creators, and professionals still need powerful systems. But the economics have changed. The era of downward pricing pressure, where parts consistently got cheaper every year, has ended. New hardware will still get better, but it won't get cheaper as quickly as before. For US consumers, this means the PC building landscape is shifting. Budget builds require more careful planning. Mid-range systems look more like high-end systems from a pricing standpoint. And upgrade cycles may begin stretching longer, as people hold onto their components for an extra year or two. The rise in hardware inflation doesn't mean the industry is in trouble. It simply means the cost of technology is recalibrating after years of artificially low pricing. But for anyone upgrading or building a PC today, it's a reminder that the value of performance is changing, and the smartest shoppers will be the ones who understand the forces pushing prices up. The next time you walk into a store or browse an online cart and wonder why everything costs more, remember, this isn't just inflation. It's a full restructuring of the PC hardware market, one that's reshaping how Americans build, upgrade, and think about their computers.